Tears I cried as I die inside, but I realize I'm not out of fight. The days go on like I don't belong, still I keep moving on. And I have decided not to try and hide it. I'm more than what you see in me. Why can't you just believe in me? I wish you would let me be me. I'm more than what you see. I'm more than what you see. I'm more than what you see. Just let me breathe. And you should know the way it goes. We've been down this road before. I've had enough. It's just way too tough. I'm done with all the silly stuff, and I have decided not to try and hide it. I'm more than what you see in me. Why can't you just believe in me? I wish you would let me be me. I'm more than what you see. I'm more than what you see. I'm more than what you see. Just let me breathe. And I have decided it's time to try and fight it. I'm more than what you see in me. Why can't you just believe in me? I wish you would let me be me. I'm more than what you see. I'm more than what you see. I'm more than what you see. Just let me breathe. I'm more than what you see.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today I want to talk to you about an autistic 13-year-old boy who died this time last year at the hands of his teachers in an American special needs school. A young guy called Max Benson. He was autistic. He was also restrained by 3 teachers face down whilst he was constantly vomiting and weeing himself, and the reasons they gave for restraining him were apparently to stop him becoming a danger to themselves and to other students. But for someone who's autistic like myself, and someone who's autistic like that poor little boy, he did not deserve to be restrained. He did not deserve to be constantly under fear, anxiety. He must have been so stressed out and scared what was happening to him, because they had him restrained face down and in such a panic, and he must have been frightened as anything to even do anything. And for someone with autism, he would have been extremely agitated, extremely frightened, extremely anxious, and what they did to him was just barbaric. It was inhuman, it was wrong, it was just completely awful. His death was totally unavoidable, and now it's been a year since he's been gone. And I got sent this story on Facebook. It absolutely heartbroke me, it absolutely horrified me. And for someone like myself who is autistic, and seeing what happened to the defenseless little boy, and rest in peace, Max. You sound like an amazing little boy, and your life was taken away too soon from you. This is horrifying to me. This shows again that there's a lack of awareness, there's a lack of training, there's a lack of acceptance. He was in a school for special needs children. They should have been able to help him, support him. They should have understood his autism. They should have been able to put things in place to help him. They should have been able to do things for him that should have stopped him getting to that point, and to even put hands on him in the first place was completely wrong. Was the wrong thing to do, because it would have set off his triggers, it would have set off the anxiety, it would have set off the potential for him to be violent, it would have set off his emotions. He wouldn't have known what was happening to him. He would have been completely scared and anxious, and he would have probably lashed out of fear, not intentionally to self-harm or even to harm the teachers at the school. And I think it's absolute rubbish that they claim that the only reason they restrained the young little boy was to stop him hurting himself and the teachers and potentially other students. I don't believe he was violent. I believe this was a lack of awareness, lack of understanding towards Max and his family, and I think it's absolutely disgraceful. I think it's a shame that he was even had laid hands on. The fact that he was clearly autistic and not coping that day at the school anyway. And yeah, for someone who's autistic like myself, who would not dream of getting restrained or would not dream of having someone like that put hands on me, I would have been freaked out. I would have lost my temper. I would have probably gone sick like that. Imagine what fear that little boy was going through. Imagine what torment he was going through. And for him to lose his life over something like that is just absolute barbaric. It's not on, that's bullying. It's just cruel. Imagine doing that to your own autistic child, or doing it to another autistic child who is defenseless and has no voice and no speech. And imagine the harm you've done to his parents. His parents are now lost forever without their little boy. It's absolute barbaric. And I feel ever so sorry for the parents that have to go through this, to lose their little boy at the hands of educators who are meant to support him and look after him. It's totally barbaric. This shows still in the 21st century that we need to be teaching autism awareness. We need to be going into schools. We need to be going into colleges and saying, look, this person has autism or is suspected of having an autism spectrum condition. And we need to be there to provide training for them, because clearly these teachers did not have a clue of how to support poor Max or his family for his best interests, and how to help his autism or his triggers or whatnot. Again, this situation was totally unavoidable. I know that the teachers have been done with 1 count of manslaughter each now. They're no longer allowed to teach for a certain time frame. I've read all the newspaper reports about the topic, and I want to voice my opinion as an autistic female that this has really saddened me. This has really made me feel quite sad and angry that an autistic boy has had to go through this, and his poor family. They're going through torment not having their little boy. It breaks my heart to know that. It really does. So please, 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 if you teach autistic children, please get yourself trained. Please make sure you book onto a course, or even have someone like me, if you're in my local area in the UK, come and ask me to do some training. This little boy did not need to die. It was a tragic accident, and it was an accident that should never, ever, 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 ever have happened. And the teachers, like I say, they have been done with 1 count of manslaughter each. Now, I will attach the articles in my video description below, so you can read more about the story, but this has just really saddened me and made me feel really, really heartbroken that a poor little boy has been taken from his family, and they'll never ever be the same again. So yeah, thank you very much for listening to this video. I hope you've understood what I was talking about. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Until next time, bye.